Right then, Myles, when you sat paper 1 in November, you scored 56, so you were about 6 marks off a grade C. Let's see how you get on with this paper. So divide to give an answer of 15, 60 divided by 4 are the two numbers you're looking for there. Right, you haven't answered this question completely because it's asking you to give the fraction in its simplest form. You've given it as 16 out of 30, which is right, but because you can divide both of those by 2 to get 8 out of 15, that's in its simplest form. So you're only going to get 1 out of those 2 marks. Those 3 are right with you, well done. 8 for the page. Okay, so you've completed the tally. These are the wrong way around. Okay, that needs to be the frequency, that needs to be the mark. You need to use a pencil, not a pen. And these numbers need to be in the middle of the columns. So that graph is completely the wrong way around. So you're only going to get 1 mark for that and nothing down there. That's correct. This one isn't. So you've got 12 and 15 and 18, which is the right amount, but when you add those up it should come to 45. So your method is right, but your adding up is wrong. Total for the page 4. Right, when you're doing this in the exam, make sure you use a ruler, make sure you use a pencil. And if you're sitting a test for me, they're going to be on the desk in the front. So if you haven't got your own, just come and get one. I'll give you 2 marks this time, I won't in future. That's right, but that's wrong, because you can divide both of those numbers by 6. It's the same as a half. The other one of those, which is a quarter, is that one. 7, if you divide 7 into the top, you get 1. You divide 7 into the bottom, you get 4. Because you missed one and got one wrong, you don't get any marks. With this, you need to do some calculating, so take a look how I explain that on the video clip. That's correct, but here you have to list them in the same form that they give them to you. So because you've written them all as percentages, you aren't going to get that mark. And for this one, it's not £9.28. Again, what you've done is misread the question. He's buying 4 oranges, not 1 orange. So first of all, you've got to work out the total cost of 4, then take it away from £10. 4 marks for that page. 1.5 meters is good, and your maths is great too. Well done. Median is 47. The range is 6. P and Q are right. R is wrong, because where you've got that is suggesting that it's impossible to get a number bigger than 8. Well, the number 9 is there, so it's not very likely because there's only one card that you can draw in 6, so it needs to be around about there. Total for that page 9. 3 times 4 is 12, and here you're trying to do 12 times 15, but that's not how you do 12 times 15, and then you're adding that on, so for you that's the right answer. Okay, so it's you multiplying that's letting you down there, but your method is fine. 61 degrees is correct, so you get your 2 marks for that. That isn't 96 or 46 for that matter. 134 is correct. Now this is an isosceles triangle, which means that those 2 sides are the same length and these 2 angles are the same, but they're not the same as that. They're going to be a half of that 134. Once you've worked out what a half of 134 is, then you need to take it away from 180 to give you that outside angle there. So you haven't done enough maths there to get any of the 3 marks. 6 for the page. 120 is correct. Well done. This reflection, it's just telling you to use the y-axis, which is this one, as a mirror line, and then reflect that back over there. Take a look how I explain that in the video clip. Again, here you're making a tough life out of multiplying. Take a look how I do that on the video clip, and that's a method that, if you get your head around it, is much easier than what you're trying to do there. That one's not right, and neither is that. I'll go through those in class. 8 times 6 is right. No, it's not, sorry. It's not 6, it's 9. 3 times 3 is 9. So that's why that's wrong. But the 8 is correct. But again, you've made too many mistakes. These, I'll go through that in class. So there's only 3 marks on that page. 17 is correct. Cube numbers are the numbers you get if you multiply 1 by 1 by 1, which is 1, 2 times 2 by 2, which is 8, 3 times 3 times 3 is 27. So 27 is the cube number. 2.1 is wrong. 7 times 3 is 21, but then you count the digits after the decimal point. There are 2 digits after the decimal point, so there'll be 2 digits after the decimal point in your answer. Ruler, pencil, again, first time you've been with me, I'll give you the benefit of the doubt, but you wouldn't get full marks for that in the proper exam. We'll do some practice on pie charts soon, so don't worry about that. 4 for the page. Those aren't right. I'll go through those probably in class, but again, take a look at my explanations. That's not right. Seven x is right. You've lost the equal sign, and that's wrong. So you need to do some practice of these algebra. That's not right, and that's not right either. So you've got a bit of a knot there. You're not going to get anything there, anything there. 6r plus 2, you'll get nothing for that because you need to simplify it correctly, and you haven't. And for this one, your 4p is right, but that should be for yours a plus, and it's not. So there's 1 mark on that page. .600 times 20 divided by 0.3 is the right rounding. That's going to be 12,000 divided by 0.3. And then what you do from there is, if you multiply the bottom number by 10 to make it 3, you'd have to multiply the top number by 10 as well. So you'd end up doing that, and that's an easier one to work with. So you're 1 0 out. So 1 mark for that. So total for the page, Myles, for the paper, sorry, Myles, is 8, 12, 16, 25, 31, 34, 38, 39, 40. Okay, so you're some way off a grade C at the moment, but there's lots of things on that paper that you can get right with just a little bit of practice, and we're going to do an awful lot of practice. So that's a grade E. It's 10 marks off a D, and it's a good 25 marks at the moment off a grade C. So first of all, we need to get you back to where you were in November, and then build on that towards the grade C that you need.